Well, it's a movie I've wanted to make for a very long time, starting with working on Chicago, because it did feel like it was the third of the Kander and Ebb stage musicals, along with Cabaret in Chicago, that really called out to be a movie. And it took, you get diverted, you get to make other movies. Finally, I got serious about it around 10 years ago when I went to meet with Terrence McNally, who'd written the libretto, and John Kander. And then we had a real challenge getting the underlying rights. We talked for years with people who didn't have them, So it's one of those things that, things take 10, 20 years when they shouldn't. But then you think, okay, I maybe grew into the person who could do this justice. I feel as if it came for me at the right time. I was ready to put a lot of myself into it. To me, it's a very personal film in many ways.
I think it's a very necessary film nowadays, because there's fascism is growing and growing all over.
Yes, that's right.
And as we know in Washington too, so it's a tribute to change and to be committed to change the world in a way.
Yes, absolutely. That's very true. It's sad, because this is a circumstance that Puig wrote about in 1976, and here we are.
And I think it's a great tribute to the power of storytelling, because there are these two guys in prison, stuck somewhere in a horrible situation, but then at the same time they can dream. So the power of storytelling is amazing.
Yes, I agree. And something we can't live without, I think.
Do you think the friendship grows throughout because they're two very different individuals. So how can you explain the relationship, the friendship,
yes,
and the respect that they feel for each other?
Yes. One of these characters is a political activist who really lives in he's unbelievably well-read, he's an intellectual, he's analytical about everything, but he has not nurtured his emotional side or his dream side. The other is almost all emotion and dreams and has no interest in what's going on in the world. And so these two characters move toward each other. There's a crucial scene right in the middle of the movie where the political activist has suffered a real indignity, and he's starting to break down. He's starting to reveal a vulnerability, and Molina says, "Close your eyes. When I talk about the movie, picture this, your girlfriend whom you miss so much." And that's the first time that the activist steps into the world of the imagination. And then later, there's a moment when Molina becomes more interested in what's happening in the world, understanding that he can't just be a bystander, that what happens there is part of the reason these things happen to him personally. So to watch those two move toward each other really is the essence of what Puig wrote and this movie.